Maurilla.
Hi, good evening,
Good
Francia.
evening. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Now, can you please tell us more about zero waste lifestyle and its impacts?
Okay, so as you mentioned already, zero waste lifestyle. Well, it's pretty clear what you explained, but there are a bit of a confusions between zero waste lifestyle and sustainable lifestyle somehow, but they both are similar. And to simply put, it's basically a way of living that we meet our needs in the present moment without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their needs. So the way to do it is many, as you did already, and that's amazing what you guys did already. So proud, and the impact of it is definitely a lot, and the environmental impact. And as everybody now have been talking about the climate change that becomes more urgent, definitely with zero waste lifestyle and or we call it sustainable lifestyle as well, that can reduce or let's say slow down the climate change of the earth.
Well, let's say there are billions of people in the world, and then now we are facing the climate change issue, being one of them is garbage or waste. But I'm actually curious, I've never counted myself, but how much garbage does a person produce a day, and how can we reduce daily waste? Because I don't know, and to my knowledge, it's almost impossible, it's not impossible, but almost impossible for a person not to have any waste in a day.
Yeah.
Right. So based on the data from the Indonesian Ministry of Environment and Forestry, one person in Indonesia produces in average 0.68 kilograms, or let me round up to 0.7 kilograms of waste per day. It could seem small if we hear it, but that's just a day and one person. So if we multiply by now 270 millions of Indonesian population times the lifetime of each person, it becomes huge. And yeah, the capacity of our landfills now cannot take that amount. So if you ask like, is it possible or how someone can create zero waste? I always say not to focus on the zero word, because that can be pretty intimidating. But
right.
we can do a lot.
I agree with you.
Yeah, but we can do a lot. So in zero waste lifestyle, we have 6 R pillars. The first one is rethink. So basically rethink our consumption. The refuse what's not needed, including the free stuff or common stuff, like you mentioned earlier, straw or plastic bag or things that people just give it away, like a common thing. We just have to rethink and start reusing. And then the third one is reuse. So use what we have to the optimum way based on its function. And the fourth one is reduce. So reduce where we can. And that also includes energy, electricity, water. And this 4 is basically focusing on reducing and being wise in the consumption. And then the 5th and the 6th is recycle and rot. But if I may add one thing, how to start, it's actually good to weigh your waste and start audit it. So you see what kind of waste you make, and you can start to look for alternatives from there.
I never thought of that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maurilla, let's go back a little bit. Let's talk about the waste here. Waste, people can be easily confused, because you also mentioned that people also get zero waste lifestyle and sustainable lifestyle. It gets mixed up. So zero waste meaning this relates more to the waste as in garbage and stuff that people consume and kind of throw away. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
All right. So in that
We
case,
actually,
You go
mhm.
ahead.
go ahead.
No, but actually, if we see it in a broader way, zero waste, the goal of zero waste is basically making zero waste. But you see, waste when we say or talk about waste, usually what we think is about tangible. So we think about like the plastic, the single-use plastic, etc. But waste is also an energy waste. It's also waterway. So if we think like to level up a little bit, it basically is everything. But true, the zero waste lifestyle, if we think about it, it's the things like what you mentioned earlier.
I mean, sometimes you just kind of have to, in a way, you kind of have to. A person uh, have to consider just so many different things in a way, right? For instance, if you are, washing dishes, like washing dishes, you're also using lots of water, and then the water that you use detergents, you use soap to wash it off, and you just kind of have to be, I guess, mindful, for lack of a better word, when you do everything. Would that go into this to the how many R's are there? Six R's.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's an analytical data about it, and basically what we do if we compare between reusing and let's say like buy something new but single use, the impact to the environment is harder or heavier with the single use stuff. So if we reuse something, it is true that we use water, we use also soap. So the way we think is really have to be holistic. So when we wash something, we make sure to use the water mindfully. We don't have to open it to the fullest way like we usually do if we don't rethink about what we do every day. And then also for the detergent and the soap, we also try our best to use the natural soap because that has the least or small impact to the environment as well. So if we talk about this, it can go, it can go a lot. It can be overwhelming because then we start thinking about this, about that. But I think what I will say is that just start with something that you can start with something small, and in the journey, we will learn one by one of the impact and how and the fact. Because starting is always better than keep on wondering but actually not doing something.
Well, Maurilla, the COVID-19 pandemic has shifted the consumer behavior. These include where they tend to buy new items for safety reasons, while some may struggle with the zero waste lifestyle. Now, what's your take on that?
Yeah, not only that, sometimes it comes more in handy to order things online, right? These
Yes,
days.
yes.
Which creates more potential plastic waste. True. So first, for reusing the items, we should change our perspective and mindset. Basically, reusing stuff that we have and bring from home, we have control over it, right? We wash it, we bring it, it's with us. While new stuff or let's say single-use plastic thing, they come from a factory and it comes from a very long process, which is out of our control. We also don't know the hygiene of it, right? So to me, it's even better, or I feel more secure to use things that I own at my house already, that I wash myself.
Okay, so this kind of behavior needs some adjusting process, like what we were talking about with Yasa, and also this matter would need like a certain time. And I heard that Zero Waste Indonesia has created a campaign called 30 Day Zero Waste Challenge. can you elaborate what it actually is and what should we do to achieve this challenge?
All right. So basically, we use the momentum of New Year to create a resolution.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
we know that changing lifestyle is not something easy peasy. So we create a guideline for our followers who is new to this, who wants to do something but they don't know how to start or where to start. So they have the guideline and the sense that we are doing it together. So this 30 days of zero waste challenge is basically 30 days, but you can start anytime. There's no late. It's not too late to start now, but to do it 30 days straight with the guideline day by day that we give, basically like that.
I see. Yes.
You guys should try.
Yeah.
We would love to.
You know,
Why not?
I think, yeah, you know, we were talking about resolution earlier, and I think I got it wrong in a sense. You know, it's not about that. I would like to, I think my resolution is not to, you know, buy new things all the time, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm actually quite thrifty, you know, like, I actually wear similar clothes, like pretty much same clothes over and over again. That's why I try to keep my weight, you know, the same. So I don't need to adjust to buy new clothes.
Yeah, that's right. And also, the thing that is quite hard to achieve is maintaining, right?
Yes.
It's easy to start. It's easy to kick off and stuff like that. But the hardest part is maintaining. How do we maintain zero waste lifestyle? Let's say we succeed with 30 days, and what about day 31 and then so on?
So the hope with the 30 days zero waste challenge is that it changes the mindset and it becomes a behavior, and then from behavior it becomes a habit. So when it becomes a habit, it will stick in us, in the whole body and our memory, hopefully. That's why it's in a month, because I think I read a book and they say that the habit can be changed after 2 weeks or so. So we do it more. So and we start with something simple first. So we understand that the journey is going to be long, because if we see the zero word, it's going to be a long journey. I myself am still in the journey, and every day, because I already have that mindset, zero waste mindset, it doesn't mean that I am perfect every day, but when it becomes a mindset, then in anything I do, I will think about the impact. And so to maintain it, I think it needs it needs that mindset to be stick in our mind about the impact of the thing that we do or the thing that we buy.
All right. So according to the data, the world generates 2.01 billion tons of municipal solid waste annually. This has not to be the baby steps anymore, but if I can actually wrap this up, this has to be the leap of faith, yeah? All right.
Everybody has to do it, yeah. Everybody has to start doing it.
Thank you so much for exchanging the infos with us, Maurilla, Imron from Zero Waste Indonesia. Stay safe, take care, and also help us to maintain the zero waste lifestyle. Thank you, Maurilla. Bye-bye.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye.